What adorable nickname your family gave you. Did you later realize had a completely different meaning? My Italian grandmother called me Piccola Strega from the moment I was born. She would kiss my forehead every single night and whisper it like a sacred prayer. I thought it meant little angel or precious one. Like say, like in the two they cunner precious, and some now the drags begrar. When I was 8 years old, I begged my mom to put it on my birthday cake in fancy icing. She hesitated for a really long time, but eventually gave in. All the Italian relatives at my party started laughing the second they saw it. Some were literally wiping tears from their eyes. I thought they were celebrating how special and meaningful my nickname was. I felt like the most loved granddaughter in the world. Throughout middle school, I would sign all my art projects with it. Piccola Strega in the corner of every drawing. My art teacher, Mrs. Romano, who was from Sicily, kept giving me these weird, concerned looks. She asked me once where I learned that phrase. I told her proudly that it was my grandmother's special name for me since birth. She just nodded slowly and never brought it up again. In high school, I decided to get it tattooed on my wrist in beautiful cursive script. I was 17 and used a fake ID. The tattoo artist was this older Italian guy named Marco. He asked me 3 separate times if I knew what it meant. I rolled my eyes and said, obviously, I know what it means. It's my grandmother's pet name for me. It means little angel in Italian. My heritage means everything to me. Marco looked at me for a long moment, then just shrugged and said, your body, your choice, kid. He did the tattoo in silence. I left feeling like I had this permanent connection to my roots, inked into my skin forever. I used it as my college email signature, best regards, Piccola Strega, followed by my full name. I sent hundreds of emails to professors and academic advisors with that signature. Some professors would reply with oddly formal tones. One Italian exchange student named Luca asked to speak with me privately after our literature class. I thought maybe he wanted dating advice or help adjusting to American college life. He seemed really nervous and asked where I got that email signature. I explained the whole story about my grandmother and family tradition. He opened his mouth to say something, then stopped. He just said it was interesting and walked away quickly. I figured he was impressed by my dedication to Italian culture. When I got engaged at 24, I designed custom wedding invitations. At the bottom, in elegant script, it said from Piccola Strega and James. I ordered 300 of them. We mailed them to everyone we knew, including all of James' coworkers at his law firm. His coworker Antonio, who was from Naples, saw the invitation and went completely pale. He pulled James aside at our engagement party. I watched them whisper intensely in the corner for at least 10 minutes. Antonio kept gesturing at me and shaking his head. James looked more and more uncomfortable. That night, after everyone left, James sat me down on our couch. Babe, we need to talk about your nickname. About Piccola Strega. I laughed and asked what about it. He took a deep breath. Your nickname. It doesn't mean little angel. I felt my smile freeze on my face. I said that was impossible. My grandmother would never call me something bad. She loves me more than anything. She whispered it to me every single night. James pulled up Google Translate on his phone. He typed in Piccola Strega slowly. The translation popped up. Little witch. The room started spinning. My grandmother had been calling me Little Witch for 24 years. Every bedtime kiss, every birthday cake, every family gathering, my wedding invitations that went to 300 people, my professional email signature, my permanent tattoo on my wrist that I looked at every single day. I called my mom immediately. She answered on the second ring. Before I could even speak, she started laughing. Oh, honey, we thought you figured it out years ago. We kept waiting for you to realize. I asked her why Nana would call me that. Mom explained that I screamed nonstop as a baby. Apparently, I cried for 6 months straight. I would only sleep for 20-minute intervals. Nana started calling me her little witch because I was tormenting the whole family, but I assumed it was something sweet when I was little. The family thought it was hilarious that I never questioned it, and after a while, it became this inside joke that everyone was in on except me. My aunt had won a bet about how long it would take me to find out. She collected $200 when I sent out those wedding invitations. I have Little Witch permanently tattooed on my body. 300 wedding guests received invitations from Little Witch and James. I got the tattoo covered up last month, but I kept one wedding invitation framed in my office.